Good evening. I did have a nice day. How about you? Hello. Hello. Hmm. I fear that we might have some problems with lag today. Not gonna lie. As I'm yet again trying to play a PC game. Yeah, and I keep getting notifications for skipped frames and we haven't even started the game. Isn't that nice? I love it here. Yeah, I joined a certain stream that still will be going for quite a while. Oh, I know. I know. That stream will be going for a long, long time. Alrighty. I tried to turn down all the graphics in this game like really low. Like literally the lowest they can go, I think. Like video settings. Wait, why is it full screen on again? I want it full screen off. Maybe it'll be better that way. Just do I keep VSync on or off? I don't know what that is. Like I turned literally everything to low and off and whatever. And I still, we haven't even started and I have skipped frames. I love it here. Also, how's the sound, by the way? Is it too loud? Right. Okay. These are the control. I don't have the FPS limit, then you should keep it on to avoid screen tearing. So, should I keep it on then? Okay. These are the controls for Xbox controller. I do not have an Xbox controller, so I suffer. Because for some reason you press the square button to do a bunch of things. But we shall see how that turns out in game. I have no clue what the game is about, except that it has puzzles and platforming and a lot of things we can learn. Forces the FPS to your monitor so oh. Okay, well we shall see. I say we just get started. Are you sure you want to start a new game? Yeah, the only progress I had was trying it out. Try and see if it even runs. The Inupiat are an Alaska native people who have thrived for thousands of years in one of the most formidable environments on Earth. Learn more about the Inupiat through unlockable cultural insights. Okay, what buttons can I... Ah! Aha. Buttons.
One of the things I think a lot of people need to understand is
oh, it's actual videos.
The Inupiat people are a living people and a living culture. Even though we're in northern Alaska, which covers this vast area from Nome all the way over the Canadian border, is that there is this extreme value of interconnectedness and interdependence.
It's a hunting society, a gathering society from thousands of years.
This is what creates our culture.
That special relationship between humans and the natural world and the animals. And that it teaches you how to have a society that doesn't do too much harm to the world.
Love and respect. for nature, for one another, for our elders. Very, very fundamental value, key to life.
Our values are something that bind us all. The importance of sharing with one another, the importance of spirituality, and the connection to the land, our traditions, how we
So I guess-
hunt, sharing of stories and songs and dances.
The game is a combination of.
Inupiaq. I'm from the Arctic Ocean.
I am Inupiaq.
It's very important to me. It's who I am as a person.
And we're very proud of who we are, and we want to continue that.
That's nice. I guess I can unlock all these special video clips by playing through the game. Okay, wait, let me figure out what button is the B button. This one. Press A to continue. That's not A. I am pressing what I think is the A button on the Xbox controller, but apparently I have to actually press square.
Unip ka ako ti aksik,
So
Dala ka nila ka nasok, unip ka to kawira ka ma. Ibe aksya ka rualugo, inyo ni ako naksok, ang ayo ka gamanye. Sumitem.
that's not the A button. No, it isn't.
Asi surakal lablune, subayanik. Inyo ni ako ting, ano kao ti guys? Ano huli nga ilaksok? Ano huli nga ilak pasyon eh?
Oh, that's not good.
Kisay ma, panirni alak sibut. Nibiak siya karolog, kisay ma isummerpo. Taprasi kangit siya ko aksika summan. Ano huli siguro kumakan? Summan, ano huli nga ilak makan? Taprasi kangit siya
Is that
ko
what you get
aksika
to do?
summan.
Will we
Ano
find
huli
the
siguro
source of the
kumakan?
blizzard? Ooh. Okay. Okay, I'm pressing A.
Ano huli pasyon eh? Sunira ka na itchokon eh. Tapos ni Beak siya karolog, ayong itchok. Padyag ni uliksok.
Oh no. Aha! I think the game is too loud. Eh. No, that's not. Wait. It's common problem if the game has no native support. Yeah, for some reason I have to press ZR to open the menu. I think the game is too loud. It is a bit loud. Yeah, I didn't think we would be chased by a bear immediately. Just gonna oops. What? Okay. Okay, time to get back to getting Again, we fix the steers in the internal control. Yeah, I didn't do. Why cannot bear jump? Please leave me alone. Oh, I thought the... It's still really loud, isn't it? No! Play in co-op mode. Still loud. Wait, everything is happening so much. Okay, well, hold on. Is this better? Sim usually works pretty well with controllers. How do I do that? Can I do that while in game, or should I have done that outside of game? Probably outside of game, right? Controller configuration. Configuration support for PlayStation 4 controller is disabled. What do you mean? Huh? Thanks. Thanks for nothing, Steam. Well, I'll just suffer. What button is the Y button? No, 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 this one. What do I do? Ah! Oh, why did the fox die? Do I run? Is that what I do? Ugh. Haha. Get fucked. What do I do? What am I supposed to do? Go? Do I go back to the go? Don't mind me. This is going to be fun. Okay, how do I switch back to the go? Triangle, yeah. Wait, no, that's the right button then. Okay. Triangle. Yeah, triangles for switching. The weather did not clear, but a blizzard was followed by yet another blizzard. Wait! Aww. Alright. We live. Oh! Ah. Listen, I'm just glad. Fox, tap A, climb wall. X to lower rope. What button is that? That's a circle. I'm gonna cry. Alright. Oh. Wow. Eh. Wow. Get down there. So he's safe from the wind. No? Hello? Huh? Okay, I guess not. Come on, boy. Ooh. I can't see her because the fox is so slow. Hold B, brace against wind. That is not B. Whoa, 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 whoa. Which button is that? Is this B? Do I brace against the wind like this? I guess. Okay. So B is X. And A is square. And I did not brace against the wind. And triangle is to switch. Yo, Fox, can you... Why isn't the fox moving? Why aren't you moving? Oh god. And why does Twitch say that my stream is offline yet again? What is this? Ooh. No clue what hits wrong. Okay. Hey. Unfortunate. Well, there goes our first death tonight. Wait, second one. Second one, actually. It was on purpose. Could have gone better, 10. Oh. While climbing wall. Are you for fucking real? Huh? Oh. What now? What do you want me to do now? Can you go back up? Oh, I see. Well, that's good to know. Ooh, ah. They want me to do wall jumps and everything. How did that work? Yeah, this is gonna be fucking awful. I guess I signed up for this when I said I would be playing yet another platformer. Ooh, 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 wolf, don't die. Fox, not wolf. Okay, I'm gonna wait it out. The AI's worse than you. Huh? Okay then. It's literally just jumping and holding down so you won't get blown away by the storm. Please, game. Okay. Maybe we'll get to see the other side of that ice plate now. 1, 2. Brace against the storm. That's probably going... No? To come? Ah. Oh god, are you for real? Ha 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 ha! Alrighty, friends. Oh, wait. This one. This one. And this one. Yay! Oh, I don't like this. It's going to break, isn't it? Oh? No! Yep. Death by phone is probably also a thing here. Uh-huh. Probably. Are you ooh, 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 I did it. Eh. No! Don't fall down. Jesus. Okay, 1. Hold. Where's the wind? Give me the wind! Just gonna make the AI do the jumps. Ha! I win! So I don't have to do it myself. Ha ha ha! Oh no. Oh no, why is everything burning? Achievement unlocked, homecoming. Mm-hmm.
Iveaksiakarolu dikit ka aimakpini. Agalan malunak singamaro. Inyo kuluk dikit ngamarok iveaksiakarolu pingan. Iba kalaksimarok sumitema. Dikatsak kumanyain yaksok. Pakit kangam nago. Ivaktani. Nunakik ikiwaktua kanikso. Inyungi tukutakta maniksit.
It is settled with each gust of wind, the powdery snow blew in every direction. Okay. I just hope this game doesn't have any boss fights.
Iveaksiakarolu upperingit ka tauduktani. Taudukunak tuak sunapayak sikuminganiksok. Iveaksiakarolu inyuniakatingi pisaulaganiksut. Kanakumnya. Ano kulak paskanyam dahil nakumanyait ka.
Ooh. Yeah, that is definitely more than just a blizzard. Oh no. It's on fire. Oh?
Tamanga ikumawak toming. Kaharakpam inyo niptaktok. Shumalagulla kami. Nibeak siya rulo.
Ooh, where are you bringing me? Thanks.
Agalan kaharak paskanyat sa gabi nga ito.
Oh no.
Imenyaw sa gabi kami. Sa
Huh?
mga nunamin. Pagkagahuting nunak kami.
Ah. Wait. Nice. Wait. How will I get the girl over here? I fucked up. Just hopped into more stream for a little bit, watch her play Kirby. These morning she's on the same level, so when I woke up, no. I mean, it's not that she will never finish the game. It's just that she has to replay the games over and over again. Now, what do I do? How do I get back? Can a girl also do the funny jump? Oh, she can! Wah! That's a good evening to you. We are struggling. As always. Oh. Hi. Can I get your help? Hey, yo. Eh. So Karudi, my he was still. Hi! I need your help. I'm going to fall to my death otherwise. Yeah. Isn't this game loosely based on It is not loosely based. I think it's based on Alaskan native works. So I don't think it's loosely based. I think it's very much made with exactly those in mind by Inuit people. How? Huh? Oh, you motherfucker. That's word native toy for. No worries. Alright.
Hi, Gwen, today. Kalagtok inyugungaro ako pik.
I don't want to go down there. No. Do I want to go down there? I don't. Oh, never mind. That's not somewhere I can go in. I thought we could go in. Ha! Hi!
Kano ko mailisimanek pa nga?
Absolutely. It's such a nice sounding language.
Kano kita pura? How do you pen?
Also, the voice is very nice.
Ikayo ko niya kaloik pen kimon dahil nanakek. Sa bakit lang ah.
Okay, so what do you want me to do? Find your drum? Hello. No. Every time. Why do I do this every time? One day my phone will just die and I won't even realize. Okay. I like playing as the fox better, so I'm going to continue playing. What? Huh? You're laughing. The village was burnt down and you're laughing. Wee. Who are you? Ah! Huh? What is that? Hold X and grab to move object. You realize as soon as you would look at chat. Hmm? Hmm? Wait, which button is X? No. This one? Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong character, never mind. Okay, X is my circle for some reason. The phone dying. Okay, we're doing it. Don't.
Hello.
With the cook in the tribal cuts to accurately protect. Ooh, that's nice. No! Ugh! Please, I wasn't ready. Don't do that to me. Wait. Am I safe now? No! Oh, how do I move them both? Each time you're there, you get a fun fact about the game. Oh no. I hope you have enough fun facts ready. No, you were supposed to jump. This is horrible. I mean, it is going exactly as I thought it would, but like... Hey yo! Hey yo! Give me the drum! How do I get back out? Oh, this way, I guess. That is one strong little girl. Okay, wait, huh? Where am I supposed to wall jump? No? Wait, where am I supposed to go? Here? Get up there. Bro. Fun fact, all profits from this game go directly to tribal council. That is nice. Very nice. Where am I supposed to go? Aha! I like it when stuff actually goes where it should. And if all of this was made with the help of the people, then that is very nice. What is that? Huh? What do they do? No, I want you to climb up. What is that? Internet keeps lagging. Aw. Oh. Wait, no, that's good for us, right? Hold R. Hold? Huh? I'm literally not pressing anything right now. Nope. Nope, I'm trying to do stuff on my right stick, but it's not doing anything. No. 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 This is just movement. This, for some reason, I don't know. Why is... I am pressing down on the right stick. I am pressing down on the right stick. I don't get it. Hold on. Yeah, I know. I know all progress will be lost. Give me like 2 seconds. What is wrong? How do I do this? Controller. PlayStation 4 controller. Preference. PlayStation 4 controller. How do I... What do I do? Do I put like Xbox configuration support? What do I do? If Steam import will then become for using the same no. Using peaceful controller? I mean, I've had that before as well. I don't know where I have it. And I don't know why it's not working anymore, because it was working well so far. Check the controller you're using. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. Like the other buttons I don't mind, but if an entire piece of thing I have to do doesn't work because my right stick is not working, oh my god. Play. Continue. Oh god, I have to do this entire thing again. Alright. Nope. Well, let's do it again. And then we will see. The buttons are definitely working like they should. At least these are. So wait. Right, jump is now on the button it should be on. No. 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 Oh god. Great. Now time to press a bunch of wrong buttons until I get used to this. Lovely. Oh! Hi! Welcome to me thinking playing platforming games is a good idea. I hope you enjoy your stay. Because apparently it won't stop anytime soon. Imagine having the same button configurations. All controls would be too nice. Oh, I have to do all of this again. I immediately died. That's what you missed. Alrighty. No falling to our death. Alrighty. Did you fix it? I don't know. We will see. I mean, I can now jump with the X. Oh god, no, no, no. Ah. X button. So I think I hopefully fixed it. Give me the drum. This is now a speed run. Get up there. Do it for me, Fox. Yeah, but these buttons feel way more natural at least. So let's hope I have whatever you need the right stick for fixed as well. Oh. I'm sorry, I already saw that, thank you. Alrighty. Jump. Let's see. Come on. Stupid fox, go! Ah! Wait, what button do I need to press to brace against the wind now? Aha. I guess I did it. Not quite sure how, to be honest. Yo, girl, can you jump? Thank you. I have to flick it. Smack. What is making that noise? Oh god! Please don't fall to your death. No. Flick. Flick. No. Flick. Maybe I can... Oh, okay, I don't have to destroy the other part. Hey! What is making that squeaky noise? Oh god, no. No! Like flicking the sticks is so weird. Oh god, I finally hit it. Yay! Thank you, friend. No! One penny, thank you. We're going to need a lot of pets, I feel. Alrighty. There we go. You want me to what? What do I do? To you, we need it. Absolutely. How do I? No. No. Oh. No, no. No. Local girl, absolutely lost. What do I do? Smack. Oh, wait, I can... Don't die. Aha! Well, why didn't you say so? thought I was stuck down there and had to do a trick shot or something. Oh no. Huh? Smack. If it had co-op, you could make the fox catch the throw. I mean, it does have co-op. That's the thing. This game supports co-op, but I'm playing it on my own. It's like one person can do the fox and the other can do the girl, I guess. But it's just me. So I somehow have to do both.
Sila tane lunakingata inyukuluk kasawag.
Oh no. Why does he have fire? Oh no!
Inyukulung tao to kami
No, 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 no. Ah!
Sa perenaksimar.
Wait. What do I... Ah! Oh, you want me to do that while running now? Are you... No! Please, I cannot do this. Oh god, oh god, oh god, don't do that to me. No, 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 no. I'm gonna die, 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 I'm gonna die. No! Destroy it! Destroy it!
Annap khaslik kalwak tuk. Agalan igilaw ningak sikakanaksisinyak tuk.
Oh, great! Following that, stopped briefly and then became windy all over again. It was difficult to see anything in the blue. Thanks! You know, other people play horror games with a heart rate monitor. I feel like I need for platforming.
Malakogone ubulogone wisha ublutik.
Okay. Oh. Guessing beluga whales. Ah. What do you want me to do, game? Ah.
Agalan tuwit pagabityo.
Right, I don't think I want to be too close to that. Oh no.
Siku nalunak tuk hanok igilakaniyak tilanga.
What do you mean now? Is this unpredictable? What? Oh god. You sound like a squeaky toy. Oh no! No! No, 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 no. Panic. This is panic. The No, 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 no. Leave me. Leave me alone. No, 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 no. What is that? No, what do I do? Ah! Fuck! Fuck! What do we do? Well, to our death, apparently. Do I have to peace out? I'm not really feeling too well. Aww. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I'm having a nice time, but I'm definitely having a time. I hope you feel better. What do I do? Hi. That I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do. No! Why? What do I do? Oh. Oh. No! I hate it. Game, what do you want me to do? Stop falling to your death, I'm begging. The what now? Oh god! Great, great, now we're also going to die. No? No, we're not dying. We're not dying. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. No clue how I should have gotten that idea. Oh god! Run, 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 run!
Isasa ko may akalo na anak ko ba? Pinatita ka video.
Come on, go. Move.
Kakame nanok. Di ka jalay.
Don't tell me that. Come on, move! Poor girl can rest for a minute. No, she really can't. She hasn't eaten in 2 days. And now she gets chased by a polar bear. A hungry... What? A hungry one at that? Oh my god. Don't go in between that! Get out of there, you stupid... Jesus Christ. No, 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 no. It's gonna move up, isn't it? Yep. I don't want to be smashed to death. Please. There's a secret hole up there. How do I get that hole? Not like this. Maybe with wall jumps. No! What's happening? Fuck! I have to do it all over now. No? Okay. I thought this was going to be a relaxing game. That's why I put it on Sunday. I thought, okay, we can relax with a nice little platformer. This is not relaxing. So I'm sorry. Ah! Damn it. I'm so sorry at that all, but can you even sleep well after all the stress is over? Probably not. Okay. Go up. I'm not risking it. Okay, one more try for the all. Maybe I just didn't try hard enough. Get down! Get down! Without dying. Alrighty. Now you run, 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 run! Oh god! Run, run, run! Smack! I don't think we're completely safe yet. Oh. But at least we get another save. No! What the fuck? What do I do now? What do I gain from this? What do I do? Ah, damn it. Oh god. I see what I have to do. No, no, I get it now. Hi. Yee! Oh, like, at least I have an idea. Oh, come on! Wait! 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 No! What am I supposed to do? Ugh. Again? Can you throw it at the bear, please? The bear! The bear! That's not the bear! I'm gonna fucking scream. Yo. The bear! Not the bear! Ah! What am I supposed to do now? Like, how am I supposed to get back up with the fox now? Once I jump down here. Jump over its head? It's not going to work, right? Oh god. Hi. Never mind, it worked. Oh no. Water level's rising. Water level's rising! It's a volcano. That's why I don't like flicking. Yeah. No, it's not a volcano. Oh. Yay. Gamer! Smells like gamer in here. Although Kunu Sayaku was a good hunter during clear weather, the blizzardy weather simply was not a time to hunt. Oh. Oh no. No, I don't like swimming in games. Also, why can't we swim in this water? That would mean this water has to be relatively warm if we can swim in it. Could be the fish that swallowed us. Ah. Ah. Smack. Hi, can I... Yo, can I get some help? Yo! Brother! Where's your nose? Who's the one who took it? How do I... Huh? Okay, I am confusion. Can I go in here? No. Okay, where am I supposed to go then? Because that thing certainly doesn't like me. It's just leaving. Yeah, okay. Ow. I'm sorry. That's not a jump I'm going to make. Alright. I am once again lost. Oh, can we swim? Oh, we can. Thank you, game. For the very timely... How do I... Huh? I'm gonna smack you. No? Nah. How do I get on top of that thing? This is why I don't play these games. I'm not smart enough. What do you want me to do? Can you get your ass down here? No? What am I supposed to do? I'm lost. Can you break the ice? I don't know. Let me try. I can, apparently. That makes sense. That makes sense. Ah! Oh god, how am I supposed to do both of them? Are you winning, partner? No. I'm a lot of things, but certainly not winning. How am I supposed to do both of these? If the lower one starts vanishing. Are you surviving? I am trying. Maybe the girl is not supposed to go up there? No. No, she definitely has to go up here as well. Hello. Okay. Ha! I did it! I don't understand what I did differently. Why is the why is the AI like that? Hey, where's my fox? Oh, wait. Oh no. You want a Pikachu? Before we inevitably drown? Sure, sure.
Pikachu. Pega, pega. Pikachu.
Thank you for the hydrate time and the posture check. I fear we are going to die if we do this. I don't feel safe here.
Whee!
Great. What do I do now? Why can't I move? Hello? I can't move. Okay. Yeah, I think... What? There's the fox. Now I can move. Oh boy. This is an experience. I just hope I don't actually need to bother with how you say it? With air. No, wait! What about the girl? Just had my strawberry milk. I would love to have some strawberry milk sometime. In English. Yep. Okay. Alright. Where do we go? She can't go there, right? That's too small? What now? Yes. Yes. Don't do this to me. Ooh. Oh, come on. Yay. Okay, wait, where is that thing going?
No!
Right. Time to do it the same thing all over again. This game is just filled with everything I cannot do. Come on. Yeah. Where do I go? Aha. No. No! This is an experience. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a very pleasant experience. Like, congrats to the people that made this game, but I am not, I don't know, having what? What? Huh? What does that do? Oh. Okay. Sure. Wait, I don't need to go the long way around. I'm just a dumbass. Yes, I am. Because they go away if the fox isn't close enough. Which means I need to do it like this. I see. Why? Oh god, she can do wall jumps as well. Great. Great, lovely. More things I will not be good at. Oh my god, help me. This game has like, I don't know, 14 or 15 chapters. Wait, why can you... Okay. You can only do it sometimes. Valid. How do I get this one? Someday you'll be able to play these games effortlessly. Ha! I am grateful that you have that much trust in my abilities. I'm not even going to question those wall jump physics. Like, if it works, it works. I won't even ask why or how. I wish I was 2 people right now. I would be able to coordinate it better if I were 2 people. Probably. Maybe. Alrighty. Yee! Oh. Okay. First time I finished an adventure by myself was 5 to 10 years after I got the game. Well... I don't remember when I got this game. But I don't want to wait 5 to 10... Are you kidding me? 5 to 10 years. Until I'll be able to finish it. Okay, what do I... Oh, God! Why can't the No, I need to have the fox run on top and the girl run down here, right? So fox like this. And me like this. Oh my god. Can you, like... Okay, now maximum swing. Let's go! Let's go! Hey, that actually worked. You're not dead! Yet. Listen, if I had known that all of this was more or less co-op based, then I wouldn't have done this. As a single player game? For stream? Because this is even more frustrating than just me doing it by myself. Okay, great. What have I gained from being up here? Ah, I see. Meow. Oh god. Oh no. Did I die? No, but my fox is swimming somewhere. Head pet fight. There you go. Just like for sake of argument, just as a meme is in hypothetically, I gave you a head pet. Okay, I can swim now. Great. I don't... No, wait. I mean, this is where we came from, right? That's not where we're supposed to go. We're supposed to go further up, right? No? No? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, she can now go through here. Yay! I do not like dark water. Why is the fox going the long way around? Brother, join me. Hello. I would like both characters on my screen, please. Oh, we should be able to go up here now, right? Aha! Okay, where am I? New save point. Great. Can the fox get through here? No? No? Generous time for swimming underwater. Yeah. I just hope there is no timer. Like, I will, like, literally, I'm going to quit the game. If they give me a timer for something like swimming underwater, if that's like half of the thing I have to do right now, I will quit the game. And I'll play something else. I don't even care. That would be my first... No, I need to get that thing back there. That would be my first game on stream that I just quit. Like, I'm not doing that to myself. How do I get up there? Please. Oh wait, maybe I have to. No, that's not working. Can she reach it from here? Yeah, I was also just thinking, wait, can I just throw it like this? No, I can't throw it through the water. Okay, can she throw it from here? No, she cannot throw it when she's swimming. Makes sense. How am I supposed to get it then? This is like Grease, the one room with the ice puzzle where it took me like, I don't know, 20 minutes. But like, it's the entire game. It's the entire game of me just not knowing what the hell I'm supposed to do. Because I cannot get up here yet, right? Or can I? Wait, I can, never mind. I can get up here with the... But I probably can't get through. Oh, I can. Ooh, ooh, ah! Will you follow me? Yes. Yes. You have some wisdom to share. Okay, give me a second. I will read your wisdom as soon as I hit this thing. Correct number of toilets is 4. 1 for... Okay. I won't ask. I won't ask why. No! Ah! Wait, time to do this again. Okay. One more try. What? Why didn't you jump when I pressed jump? I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I'm not having fun with this game. Okay, let's try to jump with her. Maybe double. Wait. Oh, but I want the all. Why? Why? Listen, I'm gonna try and finish whatever this area is. Try to get out of that whale or whatever ate us, and then I am going to play something else. Like this is not what I want tonight to be. Right, I should have just hit it a third time. Nice. Yeah, I mean it is a nice game, but I don't want to spend like 3 hours being frustrated because I cannot do it. One day you wondered what is causing the world to be like this anyway. Alright, did we get a save for here, or do I... If it's a new area, do I get a save? Or do I have to do the last thingy again? Why are you like this?
Damna nunakek inyit kingainyekso. Dainaptak pingabulugo.
We to watch new if you have fun. Okay. That's nice. Can you just... Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh. Ugh. Nope. Maybe the fox can do it. Yep. There we go. Game was like, you're not having fun? Here, I give you something that you can actually figure out. Oh no. No, 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 no. Ooh, don't do that. Oh no.
Higo kayat kaumak titkat nunaket.
No. Can I move this? I can. Whee! Best to not say anything. Yeah. No, 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 no. Great. Now, how will I get the fox up here? I can just roll on. Okay, never mind. I didn't say anything.
Higo kayat silyaga huting silyamen.
What
Higo
the
kayat
fuck?
silyaga huting silyamen. Iba haliksut nalakan nila itsyon. Tukkanan.
No. 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 This is a checkpoint. I don't care. This looks like it's going to be a checkpoint if we restart from there. Thank you, game.
Higo
Mm-hmm. First one's just whoop! Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Good game. Great game. Lovely game. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic game. Alright, give me a second. I'm gonna find us another game that I will have more fun playing. It is a good game, but not for tonight. I'm not feeling that for tonight. I am very sorry. What's it called? Because this game I had planned. Wait, I'm just gonna give us a song while I search for it. There we go. This game I had planned on doing like the next weekend. Granted, we would be able to finish this one before, but like.
Please complete the captcha to show you're not a robot.
We're gonna play it now. I don't care anymore. As soon as I find it, don't forget to switch it on Twitch. Absolutely, I will. Hold on. I probably forgot to claim the game on itch. Didn't I? I will find it. I will find it. Maybe. Maybe not. It's part of what do you call it? NaNoWriMo? Something like that. Where people had like a month to make a game. Nanoreno. Nanoreno, never mind. Sounds like Nanoremo. Yeah, something writing, but this one was for visual novels. There it is. There it is. This one's apparently inspired by Nano. Yeah, probably. Okay, I'm gonna switch the information here. I don't know if that even works. Like, I don't know if. Yeah, what would I put as a category if it's just a game that came out on itch like 2 days ago? Like, I don't think it's going to be there. Category. What do I put as a category then? A demo maybe? No. No. I am games and demos. Does that sound alright? That's no. That's not the correct category. What do I do? I am very well prepared. Games and demos sounds right. It's not the right category, but like at this point I don't know what I should do. Alrighty. Oh, wait, that's not right. There we go. We're going to be switching to something that I am better at, which is reading. Which is reading. Streamtail just punched me in the gut with a memory from my teen years. Oh? Why? Where did it go? There it is. I used to read this manga called Loveless. Oh no, don't remind me! Don't remind me of Loveless in our holy year of 2021! Oh my god! Oh! That's loud, that's loud. Thank you game, you're very loud. Oh my god. He. I am so sorry. No, 21. There we go. Yep. There we go. How's the sound now? Everyone awake now? I am so sorry. I should have muted it because games always start at 100% for some reason. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay, this. Used to seeing how the magic system worked, many personages. You are right. You are so right. Loveless was an experience. I don't even... Sun seems fine now. Okay. Now, how do I show you the game, actually? That is almost like I want it. There we go. We want the text speed to be immediate. Everything is at full sound. Loveless was a fever dream, we all accepted. Yeah. Yeah, let's keep that box closed. Wait. I'm gonna... It's even voiced. Wow, that is fantastic. Okay. There we go. Oh, no. We don't want to go somewhere. We are going to play a visual novel now. Which is not too long, apparently. And will not kill me. And also, I saw that because I read through a bunch of the submissions for NaNoRenO this year, and a bunch of them look very interesting. And this one is very much, I guess, current events inspired. I mean, it is Loveless on lockdown. Can't do much about it. I mean, that's the point, though. That's the point. It's like, okay, how much can you do in 1 month? And some very good projects come out of it. So let's see what this one is about. This person is using Google Chrome and something with a bubble tea. I don't know. Alrighty. Is the sound still alright? Or should I turn it down more? I'm sorry, I didn't test anything for this game. It's Friday evening and I'm video conferencing with my family. We're celebrating the 2nd birthday of my nephew Miko. I can't lie, a tiny bit lower. Okay. Tiny bit lower. Like this. Can't lie, I'm tearing up. I'm blaming the pandemic and all its resulting restrictions in the Philippines. That is a mood. Because of the COVID-19 crisis, I couldn't pay my brother and my sister-in-laws any visits. I missed so many magical moments of my baby nephew growing up. As I blabber to my family about all my regrets, they only laugh and tease me. You should have landed a boyfriend before the lockdowns took effect and you wouldn't be so lonely right now. Oh, don't say that. Kuya, why are you always pulling me like this? My sister-in-law backs me up gently but firmly. She chides my brother. She tells him not to antagonize me. But of course my mother decides at this point to ventilate her unwanted opinions. Yokuya has a point, you know? Mara, if only you weren't so stubborn. If you listened to me when I told you to hurry up and tie the knot, who knows? Oh, God. You could be in quarantine with a good husband right now. Maybe even with a child as cute as me. Excuse me. I don't even want to know how many people chose the pandemic. It's like, oh, we're home anyway. Let's get some kids. Ma, come on. How many times do I have to tell you? I had my reasons for ending things with Seth. Plus, I don't want my own kids. Never did. You only think you don't want kids. I thought so too. Then I met your parents. Your papa helped me understand why building a family and a home is important. Isn't that right, Pa? Pa only grunts. When Ma is going on a tirade like this, he doesn't like to interfere. As for my sister-in-law, she also stays silent. Sure, my sister-in-law is sympathetic to my plight, but she gets that this discussion is confined to the immediate family. Though stung by my mother's words, we put on a brave face as the conversation sputters out on a sour note. I smile as we all say our goodbyes. Finally, I jump on the button to exit the video conference. Ooh! I blow out a massive sigh. What a downer ending to a birthday party. Yeah, for real though. Like, imagine you're just having a fun birthday party, as much fun as you can have over video conference, and then your parents decide to go there.
Oh, why haven't you settled down yet?
Horrible. Seeking solace now, I shoot a mad app message to Wallflower95, my closest online friend. I can't believe my mother. Why? What happened? Girl, she practically guilt-tripped me for dumping my ex-boyfriend. Oh, the sin of being single in my late 20s. I might as well be a shriveled old lady in my mother's eyes. My ex was so toxic, the freaking bane of my existence. Kicking his controlling butt to the curb 2 years ago was the best decision I ever made. Yes, men can truly be the worst. Give me all your juicy stories about your ex-boyfriends. Wanna commiserate with someone who gets it. No ex-boyfriends, I'm afraid. My exes were women. What? You're a lesbian? Nice. Can't believe I'm only finding out now. Regrettably, no, not a lesbian. I'm a man, as straight as they come. Oh, I see. Oh my, OMG, why did I always assume you were a girl like me? We vibed instantly when we first talked on the BTBB Pinoy forums. I guess that's why I always saw you as the BFF I never had in my old girls' high school. I'm so sorry. Now I get it, I'm used to it. I honestly don't mind. I like that she is using like correct punctuation and the other person's just like all not caps. What's the difference of not difference? What's the Thank you. Yes, lowercase. I sometimes wonder if the people programming these games ever had a human interaction. I mean, most people in the BTBB fandom are women after all. This isn't the first time I've been mistaken as one. I also for the longest time thought someone I knew was like a woman because he always talked about his husband. I was like, huh. And then one day we talked and they're like, oh wait. Okay, you're a guy. Never mind. I'm so sorry. That is something that happens. I won't make the same mistake again, promise. Hey, don't sweat it. If you really want to make it up to me, let me lead our next co-op mission. You're on. I'm gonna be the best support you've ever had. I won't go rogue this time, I swear. Looking forward to it. Logging out in a bit, by the way. Gotta shop for my weekly groceries. Today? Don't you usually go on Saturdays? Bro, I can't wait till tomorrow. I need ice cream, my comfort food. Well, why don't you have it at home then, if it's your comfort food? Why don't you have a stash of your comfort food, huh? Ice cream is my one true way to cheer up when I'm in a foul mood, don't judge. I'm not judging. Take care of yourself out there. Talk to you later. I rise from the bed, I snatch my bag and sweep everything I need inside it. Last but definitely not least, I retrieve my freshly laundered cloth mask. As I head for the door, I hook the elastics behind my ears and adjust the mask so that it probably covers my nose. That is an adorable mask. Oh my god, I want it. Okay, time to go. I want it! Oh! As I enter the elevator to head down, I know that the single person standing inside. The guy makes no response whatsoever. The elevator stops at the lower floor to let in an older woman. Because of the 3-person limit, there won't be any more stops. For some reason, the woman is glaring daggers at the guy, but he doesn't respond to her either. Seemingly incensed due to being ignored, the woman whips out her smartphone. She starts speaking loudly, obnoxiously. Mar, remind me to speak to the admin of the Goldray apartment when I get back. I need to file a complaint. How can they allow mainland Chinese to continue living in this building? Okay. Mar, I'm telling you, the sheer irresponsibility, the incompetence. I notice the guy flinching while listening to these words. Feigning indifference, he takes his phone from his pocket, but his ears are flushed red. Should I speak up? If I make a big deal out of this, I may risk making the poor guy feel even more uncomfortable. Have you ever played Nico Gishi's very fun very gay? No, I have not. Can I have those masks in Germany? Sadly, yeah. Sadly, no. Can I? Oh, I can save while on the decision screen. That is very good programming. Thank you. We are going to stand up for the nice stranger. That's right. I need to stand up for what's just. I press my phone against my ear and commence speaking loudly to absolutely no one. Hello? Is this the admin office of the Goldray apartment? I need to file a complaint. Yes, for the past 2 years I've lived here, I've had no major issues. However, the admin has been sloppy as of late. How can you permit racists and bigots to reside in this building? How irresponsible! How incompetent! The woman freezes. Slowly, she turns toward me, expression as sour as calamansi. With my vision of getting her to shut up accomplished, I now say a brusque goodbye to my phone. Grumbling, the woman escapes from the elevator once we reach the next floor, although that obviously wasn't her original stop. As for the guy, he simply keeps staring down at his phone. Sure, I don't expect to be thanked, but it would be nice to at least be acknowledged. Well... Careful to abide by all the applicable health and safety protocols, I shop for my weekly necessities. Next up, the frozen food sections. I can't wait to get home and dig into some scrumptious ice cream. Yum! On the way to the frozen food section, however, I pause to admire the juicy apples in a food stall. There are no other customers here, so I saunter forward to more closely examine the luscious red fruits. Just then, a pleasant voice calls my attention. I raise my head to look. Can I get you Fuji apples, red delicious? Such wide eyes, full of soul, depth expression. Even though I can only see half of this man's face, I can tell that he's my ideal type. Okay then! Who knew that such dreamboats worked here on weekdays? From now on I should do my groceries every Friday. The stranger squints at my stupefied expression. He repeats his question. Can I get you anything? Without thinking, I blurt out a response. Your name? In apparent confusion, the stranger raises his eyebrows. His voice comes out muffled due to his mask. Great. Belatedly, I'm struck by the weirdness of my own behavior for the entirety of this interaction. I scurry away without another word. Off to the frozen food section! As I'm stacking cartons of my favorite ice cream brand in my shopping cart, my family's words reverberate around my skull. So lonely, my brother called me. So stubborn, said my mother. As infuriating as they can be, they may have a point. Maybe I am lonely. Maybe I am too stubborn. Maybe this moment is fate and I shouldn't keep fighting it. Should I just go for it? Should I take this reckless shot at romance? No. No, I'm sorry. Please don't make a fool of yourself. Let's not. Let's not. Right, I shouldn't make a fool of myself. I shouldn't act so desperate just because my family likes to torment me. Besides, I'm blowing everything out of proportion. This isn't fate, this is only a regular old Friday. I head to the cash register to pay for my items. I then go home for the night. Already fool enough. Kinda. She already made a fool of herself. Like, can I get you anything? Your name? Oh god. Back home I unwind with a carton of Rocky Road ice cream by my side. I'm playing Bubble Tea Brewer Bros, my favorite game in the world. Bubble Tea Brewer Bros. That is adorable. As I'm watering my pixelated plants, my laptop pings. It's a new message on Mad app from Wallflower95. I open the new message. Not playing BTBB tonight? I'm logged in actually, just in invisible mode. I see. How's your ice cream incidentally? Heaven. Pure heaven. Thanks for asking. Are you full yet? I imagine it would take about 10 cartons of this deliciousness to make me full. Why do you ask? Because I need to eat a slice of humble pie. How else will you serve as the second in command for our co-op mission? Oh Mao, can I take a rain check on missions? Postpone a wild fun till next time? I'm feeling a relaxing grind tonight. Farming, brewing, redecorating my cottage, that sort of stuff. Yeah, no problem. Can I still talk here even if you're in full relaxation mode? Dude, do you even have to ask? I'm your designated sounding board, aren't I? You know what they say, even if your bestie talks one ear off, you have another ear left. That's why God gave us 2 ears. Ah yes, that very popular and enduring saying. So what's up? Today was pissed off about something, long story. Point is, my mind spiraled back to that dark place. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm feeling much better now, don't worry about it. Watch Wallflower being the guy from before. I bet you. I bet you it is the guy in the elevator. But around an hour ago, I felt so alone. I badly need to talk to someone, so of course I called my therapist. And what did she tell you? Nothing. I received an automated voice message. The number you have dialed is out of OMG, that sucks. Can I say that automated response did wonders for my colorful history of abandonment issues? Haha. Anyway, my therapist emailed to explain her smartphone had been hacked, so she had her line disconnected. Oh boy. I get it though. I've heard that cybertechs have been getting more and more aggressive lately. As a programmer, I can confirm that a shadowy cabal of cybercriminals is thriving these days. That's definitely going to be the guy in the elevator. I love these games as well. I haven't gotten to the best part of the story yet. Oh, the suspense! Tell me now! When sending the email, my therapist forgot to use the BCC feature. In other words, every client's email address was broadcasted to all other Ooh. That's a breach of privacy. So much for doctor-patient confidentiality, huh? Yikes! I even recognized a couple of recipients, one of whom I used to see in the office every day before the quarantine. Double yikes! Double yikes is right. If nothing else, that major blunder showed me that I'm not the only one struggling. If I have to suffer, at least I'm suffering with 20 others. I'm not alone. Of course you're not alone. I'm always here for you. Don't you ever forget that. Thanks. I really appreciate it. Hey, can I say something? Something that's a little cheesy, I suppose? Sure, I happen to love cheese. Give me a good chunk of Gouda and I'll demolish it gladly. Good to know. Okay, here's the thing. I'm so thankful that I met you this year. With the pandemic and all, things have been hard on me as it has been on everybody. Everything sucks, sure, but at least I got to know you. It means so much to me just knowing I have someone with whom I can play games or talk nonsense, someone to whom I can run without being judged. So thank you. Thank you for being you. Also, thank you for giving me both a posture check and a hydro time. I love that she is blushing. Wallflower 59, so he's born in 1995, not 59. My bad. Oh. Wallflower 95's words are turning blurry. I only then realized that my eyes are swimming. I understand what he means because that's how I feel about him too. I can't tell him this, but I suspect he already knows. How many times have I run to him about Kuya or Ma or Pa getting on my nerves? How many times have I moaned to him about the repetitive aspects of my work as a freelance researcher? Oh, freelance work. That is not something I think I could ever do. I perk up as an idea comes to me. Something I could do instead of telling him something he already knows. I can send him a gift on BTBB. Funky decor he can display in his cottage. Okay, listen up. I gotta tell you 3 things. 1, your cheese is the tastiest kind of cheese. I mean, what the fuck? You're making me tear up here. 2, you're the literal best. My favorite part of 2020 by far. 3, to show you how much I appreciate you, I'm sending you something on BTBB. Keep an eye out. I'm only saying this stuff because it's true. Can't wait to see what he's sending me. My eyes are wide. My body's ready. With a smile, I make my BTBB avatar go to the cottage improvement shop. I chat up the shop owner. I then scroll past the cheaper decor to get to the gold tier offerings. Ooh! Wallflower 95 likes all shades of purple, so a lava lamp of that color may work. On the other hand, a flamingo chair may match the kitsch aesthetic of his cottage. Oh no. Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's hard. The lamp or the kitschy interior? What should we choose? The lamp or the kitschy interior? I think lava lamps are nice. I would go for the lava lamp. Lava lamps are relaxing. I've never had one. I always wanted one. I think he could relax if he has a nice lava lamp in his home. Let's go for the lavender lava lamp. Upon completing the transaction, I sent the gift to Wallflower 95. I got mad up again to see whether Wallflower 95 appreciates his new decor. Personally, I say the lamp sounds like a good pick. Okay, good thing I chose it then. So what do you think? This is a very rare gift from a very rare person. Thanks a lot. I even got it in your favorite color. Yeah, I noticed. I'm putting it in the living room right beneath my jellyfish chandelier. Oh, I want a jellyfish chandelier. Nice. This way, whenever guests come over, you can have an impromptu party in your living room. Yep, my thoughts exactly. By the way, I'm thinking of visiting Olivieri's Popping Boba Factory. Should I want to come with? Yeah, let's do it. I missed that orange orangutan already. That lovable goofball. It's not enough for you to sleep next to a giant plush of Olivieri. Olivieri is still the best Christmas gift I've ever given myself. All the companionship I crave with none of the risk. Your honor, I rest my case. It's the next day, Saturday, a lazy afternoon. Like most other weekends in the year of our Lord and Savior 2020, I'm bummed out in bed and waiting for my life to get started. I'm checking out random TV shows, stuff I see acquaintances raving about across various social media platforms. As a particularly boring Kismet Flicks series drones on, I scroll through various group chats on my phone. When my friends tag me in memes, I reply with love cry emojis. I've seen these jokes before, but it's the thought that counts. Met Up Now alerts me to a new message. Ah, it's from the one person I've been waiting all day to see online. You have friends that actually set their status to online? Couldn't be me. Invisible all day, every week. I jolt out of my lethargic state. A smile instantly spreads over my face. I like your gift so much that I posted a BTBB screenshot of my only social media account with my real name. Believe me, I was ready to be ignored or to be called out as the weeb I am, but that's not what happened. Oh, what happened then? Surprise, surprise, the comments were actually positive. A few closet BTBB players crawled out of the woodwork to express their envy for my gold tier decor. I want to read the comments, link it to me! Oh wait, the account is a real name, doesn't it? Never mind then. My friends hate when I'm set invisible. Ha! No. I only go online for the stream. So it shows up, I am always invisible. I'm not a scammer trying to trick you into divulging your personal info. Nah, it's fine. I don't mind you finding out my name. My name's so dull and generic as to be virtually unstalkable. Plus I'm a nobody, haha. I'm more self-conscious about my appearance, but my account doesn't have any photos like that. Oh. I click on the face nook link that Wolflower95 sends me. My eyes immediately gravitate towards his name. Zhang. Oh god, I'm sorry. I suck at Chinese names actually. Zhang? Zhang? He may have called a dull but to my ears at least the name has a nice ring to it. As he claimed he doesn't display images of his face, but there are other photos posted from before the COVID-19 outbreak. Gets annoying when friends are always visible, then get frustrated when you never ask him to play anything because he tend to Well, for me, it's like I may be set to invisible, but like if you send me a message and I respond, I'm there. So no worries there. Same way, it's like if I write someone a message and they're invisible, I don't expect them to answer immediately after. Like they should just answer when they have the time to read it. I don't mind. Streets bustling with pedestrians, a shopping district strung with fairy lights for the holiday season, a concrete overpass in shadow against the backdrop of an urban sunset, fiery yellows and oranges. All these sights are so anciently familiar. Is it possible that Wolflower95 and I have lived in the same city this entire time? A ping from my laptop. I just didn't remember what I'm supposed to be looking at. I scrolled swiftly through the comment section of the BTBB screenshot of Wolflower95 posted. So what do you think? Yeah, boy! Let them all know you're an alpha in the wild world of BTBB. I just wonder whenever it's a solution for people who's... Yeah. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable being online all the time. Alpha? Huh, no, that's definitely a word no one but you would ever use to describe me. By the way, I don't mean to be creepy, I just have to ask. You don't live in Pasig, do you? Or at least close to the city? Oh my god, I sound like a stalker. I'm just guessing based on the photos you posted. Sorry, shut up, no, I swear. Fine, yes, I live in Pasig. Do you live here too? Yep, at Ortega Center. Same, that's so weird. Never would have guessed we'd be this close. Yeah, to be honest, I'm freaking out a bit over here, or freaking out a lot. I feel like I'm being a bother when I message them when I don't know if they're online. Aww. Well, I can't change you feeling that way, but just know, me personally, I don't feel that way at all. Especially with people in different time zones. They are not awake when I'm awake. I'll just write them and when they read it, they can respond. That's the good thing about online conversations. Can I ask you something? Sure, ask me anything. Would you ever want to meet up? I mean, not right now, not when a pandemic is raging and people are dying, obviously. But hypothetically, would you? People do meet up with their online friends IRL. It happens all the time. What do you think? Do you want to meet me in person? Nice try, I ask you first. Be that as it may, I won't answer your question unless you answer first. For some reason or another, my heart is thumping loudly now. Well, Wallflower 95 and I've always gotten along effortlessly. We've never talked about such things. Seeing my closest online friend face to face. Why does such a simple prospect make me feel this way? Exactly. You can't always find a time where you're both online and have time. What should I say? Should I tell Wallflower 95 I want to see him? What if I end up scaring him away? Besides, don't I enjoy the way things are right now? I don't want him to suspect that I've had motives beyond friendship. Oh. I don't want to be too pushy. But I would like to meet him. Let's try it. Yeah, I should just go for it, be honest about my feelings. Not gonna lie, I do want to see you. It's such a blast to talk to online. I just know you'll be even more fun in person. It's a relief. I want to meet you too. It's crossed my mind even before I realized you were close by. But if you told me otherwise, I might have lied and denied it. Really? That's kind of sad. Not as sad as being the only one interested in taking things further. Isn't it scary to admit you want more from someone? Weren't we just talking about meeting up? Hello? Is Wallflower 95 saying what I think he's saying? If my heart was thumping loudly before, it's outright thrashing against my ribcage now. You're right, that is scary. But worth it, right? Totally worth it. Hey, do you mind if I call you by your name now that I know what it is? Of course not, call me whatever you want. How about you, do you mind divulging your name? Mara, that's my real name. Mara, lovely name for a lovely person. I don't even need to see you to know that for sure. Oh my god, this guy is going in. My face is suddenly alarmingly hot. This guy, this Jan. The nerve of him including the word Wallflower in his username when in actuality his flirting style is so smooth. Jan. Yes. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Wait. Jan. Name. I don't want to fuck up a name. How do you say it?
pronouncenames.com.
Yes, thank you. pronouncenames.com.
Jian.
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 Jian. Okay. I was completely off the mark. Does feel weird using that name. No way, it suits you. I can't explain, but it just does. Well then, Mara, shall we go on a co-op mission you still owe me? What do you say? I say let's do it. Let's freaking go. Dream Team of the Century coming through. Dream Team of the Century, huh? I'm liking the sound of that. Help me! We intend to go on a single co-op mission, then revel over the heaps of our spoils for the day. But one mission morphs into 2, then 3, then 4. Loot piles up in our inventory, but we just keep going for more. Our party differs depending on which of our BB buddies are online, but it's always either Jan. I hate it! Or I, who acts as a party leader. Whenever Jan... I want to say it like Jan. Like, you know, the French name. That's what my brain defaults it to, but that is wrong. Xian leads. Missions tend to abide by a strategically sound sequence of events. Whenever I lead, however, it's every man for himself. Grab your own gold and good luck getting out of there on your own. I do, however, stand behind every time to save the skins of neophyte party members. So while higher level players have more faith in Xian's technical prowess, lower level players are loyal to my leadership. I wonder what kind of game they're referencing with BTBB, because it sounds like it's one big mess of several games. The sun is rising beyond my window when I finally consider getting some shut-eye. Wow, I'm beat. Bro, I'm gonna crash, I can't anymore. Same, I was nodding off by the end of the last moment, to be honest. There's one good thing we're getting from staying up this late though, or this early. Which is what? Sunrise. She has such an exquisite color. I would have taken you for a sunset aficionado based on your face, no photos. I like both sunrises and sunsets. They're equally pretty, just in different ways. I'm officially claiming the sunrise cam, so you have no choice but to stand sunsets from now on. Mahaha. As you wish. I'll take what I can get. I've already told you that I appreciate them equally. Oh god, I'm talking nonsense now. Well, it's a sign I should call it a night. Nighty-night, Jean. Have Olivier sweet dreams. Good night, Mara. Sending Olivier sweet dreams back to you. It's only after I've locked out and crawled beneath my blanket when the humiliation of my last words to Xian hits me. The Olivier pun is to be the worst one I've ever made in my life. That was a pun. That was a pun? Xian must be nothing less than a saint to let a joke that unfunny slide so easily. A late Sunday afternoon, I've set out to remedy a crucial failing of my last trip to the grocery. Aha! I guess the Philippines also have stuff open on Sunday. Couldn't be me. If I were ever to write a game, I would make it a point to set it in Germany, and then everyone would be like, why don't you go out and do stuff on Sunday? Well, because everything is closed on Sunday. Because that's what we do. You can't go grocery shopping on Sunday. You can't go shopping on Sunday. You cannot go anywhere on Sunday. You can go to the cinema for like way more money than normally. Yes. You can go to museums and stuff, obviously, but like you cannot go shopping on Sundays in Germany. And you cannot do those funny late night runs to a grocery store at like 2 a.m. That doesn't work here. It doesn't exist. You can take the day to relax. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But like, because we only have 2 days of work, most people, like one day we all have. Or most people have. Obviously some people have to work on Sundays, but that's like special jobs. But like the normal German person has Sunday off to relax from their job. But even then a weekend is not enough to really get your bearings after working an entire weekend. That is making me very mad, not gonna lie. Capitalism. I hate it. A late Sunday afternoon, I've set out to remedy. Wait, I already read that. My stock of ice cream is dangerously low. I may not survive the next week without enough sugary fortification. Remembering what happened there last time, I've opted to avoid going to the grocery. Luckily, a nearby convenience store carries my favorite brand of ice cream. Most jobs involve taking care of people have to work some Sundays. Yeah, right? Like those. Like if you work in a hospital, obviously you don't get Sundays off because people need caring for on Sunday as well. As I head back to the apartment, I notice that someone seems to be following me. This person isn't breaching any distancing protocols, but he isn't lagging too far behind me either. Oh, don't I recognize this guy? Isn't he a tenant of the Goldray apartment too? Yes, we were both in the elevator last Friday together with that insufferable woman spotting her bigotry. The guy isn't paying any attention to me, so I ignore him too. I step into the sky instead. Oh, that's a nice sunset. I wonder what Xian would think about that. I should send him a picture. An abandoned construction site obstructs my view, so I decide to wait for a better vantage point before snapping any photos. As my apartment building comes into view, so too does the sky. This will do nicely. Just as I'm about to extract my smartphone from my pocket. Excuse me. Hi, hello, how's the gaming going? The gaming is going... fine. I switched games. I switched games because I wasn't having fun with the other game. Just as I'm about to extract my smartphone from my pocket, I notice that my co-tenant is busy with the exact same goal. Now it's going fine. Now we are trying to date in a pandemic. This guy is holding up his phone against the sky in an attempt to secure a snapshot of the vivid sunset hues. As I silently watch him, a strange feeling descends over me. An inkling of the inexplicable importance of this moment. Instead of taking a picture of my own, I activate my phone's mobile data feature to access Matt app. I take a surreptitious glance sideward. The guy has stopped snapping photos by now. He's looking down at his phone, thumb stepping rapidly over the screen, seemingly in the process of drafting a message. Just in time, my phone vibrates to notify me of a new message! I don't know how to break this to you, but the sunset cam has clobbered the sunrisers today. You better switch I better switch what? I know what they mean, but what? How do I say that? Allegiances? I know alliances, but what? Allegiances? Well, you can. Don't worry, I'll keep your defection a secret. Do you require proof? I glance at my co-tenant once more. He neither looks up nor appears aware of my presence beside him. Still here just lurking. That's fine. My phone commences vibrating again. As expected, I'm receiving pictures of the vivid orange sky. The same sunset, the same location, the same angle. My mystical hunch transforms into something close to mathematical certainty. Turns out after all this time that Jean and I were living not only in the same district, but also in the exact same building. How can this be? What's going on? It's all written in a script. Now that I've realized the truth, I should let him know, shouldn't I? Yes, I should try saying his name. Xian. He gives no sign that he's heard me. I'm mistaken after all. Should he just leave the stranger, whoever he's alone? No, can't be a mistake. It's too much of a coincidence. I call his name again, a little louder this time. Xian. Xian! Still nothing. I then notice that he's wearing wireless earbuds. That should explain why he can't hear me. What should I do? I obviously can't tap his shoulder. Considering the public health crisis, people take offense to physical contact. Should I wave to catch his attention, or should I send a message to let him know I'm right beside him? I think the message is a better idea, actually. That would be fun. It feels distinctly stalkerish to be doing this, even though that's obviously not the situation, but what else can I do if Shan is going to keep being so oblivious to the live human being right next to him? I begin typing on my smartphone. I concede defeat. Please do adopt me to the sunset camp. You're conceding without any struggle whatsoever? Was my proof persuasive enough to break your spirit? Don't need proof. I happen to be looking at the sky too. I can see the sunset's beauty with my own eyes. Really? What a coincidence. Wow, coincidence is one way to call it. Hey, you know what I love to do while sky watching? What? Eat ice cream. Ice cream goes with everything, but especially with croissant moons and blood orange suns. What a way to describe that. I'm sold. I'm even hungry now. Care to join me then? Ice cream party in 5. Sounds fun. I don't have ice cream right now, unfortunately. Will a bowl of Lucky Charms suffice? You don't need Lucky Charms and you don't need ice cream either. I can share mine. Are you actually going to deliver a tub of ice cream to me? I am standing right next to you, my dude! No, you can get it here. Just look to your right, but we've been standing here for ages, so it's melting now. With a mixture of apprehension and amusement, I watch as he reads my latest message and freezes. As stiffly as can be, he twists his neck to stare at me. By way of greeting, I lift the cloth bag with the half-melted cartons of ice cream. Eyes still glued to mine, he finally removes his wireless earbuds. I noticed that the sunset photos blowing up my phone were from this exact same location and angle. You're Shan, aren't you? Otherwise known as Wallflower95. I wanted to formally introduce myself. I'm Mara. Mara. In response to everything I've said, he only echoes my name. Just one word, but the deep and husky quality of his voice is undeniable. It's the type of voice that can conceivably silence an entire room. Unexpected given his understated appearance. My own voice is sheepish as I speak again. Is that a yes to the party then? If we stand here any longer, we'll have to split a carton of ice cream soup. I hold my breath waiting for him to say something. Anything. But he doesn't say anything, he only looks more and more petrified with every passing second. He then bolts away without warning straight to the Gold Ray apartment. Hey! Huh? Enshrouded in a cloud of dust, he's kicked up in his escape. I can only gape in at the shock. Well, that... I guess that was not the way to go about meeting him. Once I've arrived back in the apartment, I'm dreading checking Matt up. What is Sharon even going to say? Will he berate me for infringing upon his sacred personal space? Does he hate me now? Has he always hated me? Why wasn't he happy to see me when I was so excited to finally meet him? Looks like you're winning to me. The thing is, neither of us planned to meet. It just happened. Serendipity. I hate that word. Serendipity. Serendipity. Long word. Just like all those cheesy Kismet-flicks rom-coms. But what if he presumes I plotted for this fateful moment to happen? Hunted him down. Bought my own place in his building. Jean. First try serendipity was pretty close. Oh, you can see my cursor, that's not nice. My most trusted confidante and no less than my favorite part of 2020 now hates me. This blows. This is the absolute worst. After bath, I go and kiss Netflix to watch the most obnoxious movie I can find. Full of gunfire and explosions, a thunderscore. You have trouble reading these words because you're missing your glasses. You are right! I don't have my glasses even though we are reading a visual novel. Hold on. That cannot be. That shouldn't stand. There we go. Alright. I just want to turn my brain off, but at several points of the movie I still find myself dabbing at the corners of my eyes, upset over what happened. After the movie is done and there's nothing left to distract me, I finally log into Mad app. There are 20 unread messages from Wallflower here. Why so many? How many ways can you phrase the message that we've crossed the line and can't go back to the way we used to be? Mara, I'm so sorry. I panicked, I messed up, I'm so sorry. Do you know the feeling when your chest seizes up and you're all at once out of breath and breathing too fast? I had such a distinct image of you in my head. You're funny and competitive and irreverent, and your voice, or at least the way I imagined your voice to be based on your words, was so clear to me. But then you appeared as if out of thin air, suddenly beside me, and nothing like I pictured you at all. It's not a bad thing, but it's a strange thing. I can't wrap my mind or heart around it, at least not yet, but I'd like to, if you'd only give me a chance to redeem myself and be a part of your life. The way I acted was unacceptable, I know. I confess that with me, such things happen more often than I'd like. When I'm overwhelmed, which isn't rare, I run away. I remove myself from the situation to process it in private. It's one of many things I'm working through in therapy. I can't tell you how sorry I am to show you that side of me. During our first encounter, when I've been yearning this whole time to meet you personally and know you deeply, I do realize we've met before, brushing shoulders in a building, crashing carts in the grocery, prowling streets, a Friday in the elevator. For obvious reasons, I don't count these as encounters, especially that horrid last one. I want to start over. I want to start something real with a soul I already adore, even while it intimidates me. Oh my god! To see a face more delicately formed than the crude collage my mind constructed using other faces. Please let me know if you're the glasses are not helping. I have never heard that word before in my life. Amenable? Into the possibility of a rekindled connection despite my strange behavior. Of course, if you only want to laugh about the way I ran or the way I said to you as if you were a ghost, feel free to slip hate mail on my door. I will become anything if it's by your hand. Unit 1402. After I'm done reading all these messages, I'm the one who's overwhelmed now. That is a mood. Okay, it's safe to say Jean doesn't hate me. English hard, yeah. English very hard for someone who learned most of their vocabulary just from reading and never having it read out loud or heard out loud. And if I normally when I read stuff, obviously I only have it in my head, and now that I'm suddenly forced to read it out loud, I notice that I don't know how to pronounce any of these words. Isn't that great? Okay, it's safe to say Jean doesn't hate me, not even close. I completely misinterpreted his act of running away. Leaning against my giant Oliveri plushie, I attempt to formulate my response. I shovel spoonfuls of ice cream into my mouth. I'm an English major and I still think the language is fake, don't worry. Yeah, English is a very fake language. It's no good. No words I possess, no matter how much I try to rearrange them, can match the intensity of Jen's... Listen, I am so sorry. I cannot pronounce that name. I'm just going to call him Jay. I am very sorry. But it's getting on my nerves how badly I try to pronounce his name. As I slump backward in defeat, Oliviere's fuzzy arm flops over my shoulder as if to tell me everything will be okay. Ah, Oliviere. For an inanimate object, this orange orangutan can certainly comfort me without fail. Just like this carton of Rocky Road ice cream. Then an inspired idea comes to me. An honest-to-God flashbulb moment. A way to tell Jay, without words that I care, that I understand I want the same things from him as he wants from me. Yes, this is the right answer. Up on the apartment's 14th floor, I carefully position Oliviere in front of a certain door. I rope Oliviere's long arms around the ice cream carton perched over its lap. Propped up against the orangutan's chest is a sheet of paper with a message. My owner took me for a spin in the washing machine, the message says. As such, I come bringing comfort and safe hugs. My owner hopes to soon replace my role as a courier, the message goes on. Until then, please return me to Unit 1105. I nod once I'm satisfied. I thoroughly disinfect my hands again with hand sanitizer. 60% alcohol as widely recommended. I press the doorbell 3 times. I then stride down the hallway toward the elevators that can take me back. It takes months of in-depth discussion. Together, Jay and I explore topics ranging from stringent hygiene habits to vaccination plans. We meticulously navigate every intricacy that can safeguard or jeopardize this connection between us. Only then does he finally agree to step inside my apartment. Oi! Sure, we're both still standing a cautious distance apart, but it's surreal to simply see him inside this close space. Welcome to my humble abode! I'm so thrilled to have you here, finally! I'm happy to be here. Even though Jay is still wearing a mask, I can tell by his eyes that he's smiling. So freaking cute. I love his hair. It's so cute. I have to repress every urge to embrace him as tightly as I can. Jay is holding Oliviere under his right arm. In this instance, he monopolized the plush for an entire month, the longest time yet. One of these days, I might finally accept that Jay needs Oliviere more than I do and surrender my fuzzy friend for good. But first things first, I open the lid of my washing machine and ask Jay to deposit Oliviere inside. I also make Jay wash his hands with soap and water, then we move toward the bedroom. Woo! Oh wait, no, that's the only room, never mind. We both sit on the bedroom floor some 2 meters apart. Jay's eyes are silently roving around the room. He's seen parts of my apartment during mad video calls, but this is the first time he's seeing everything beyond the screen. Ooh! Pretty boy. He tucks down his mask to take a sip from the same silver tumbler that he carries whenever we go on walks together. He just now notices that I'm staring intently at him. Why are you looking at me like that? No reason. Your sneaky expression betrays you. Tell me, Mara. Fine, I'm just admiring how handsome my boyfriend is. Oh, what? Okay. Huh. Okay. That was fast. Happy now? Within a split second, the mask is covering the lower half of his face again. Oh, you're trying to hide a blush, aren't you? No, I'm not. So evil. You don't think that I, of all people in the world, deserve to see your adorable blushing face? I told you I'm not blushing. Don't make me go over there and pull your mask off. I couldn't live similar hair, just look curly. Ah, nice. I love curly hair. I want to pet it. My own hair is, well, as you can see, very straight. You wouldn't dare. From my laptop, a melodic triad of pings interrupts our playful verbal sparring. What awful timing. Give me a sec. I check my laptop to see what's up. Probably your parents calling. Huh, an invitation from Ma to an ongoing video conference. Just then I realized my massive mistake. Oh no. I've overlooked something important in my excitement to have Jay over at my place for the first time. Oh my god, it's Kuya's 30th birthday. I totally spaced, I forgot. My family's celebrating via Meta party. Alarmed by this announcement, Jay starts to stand up. I should go. I can come back another time. Wait, please don't go. Stay. Jay hesitates. Do you want me to hide then? No way, you're staying here beside me. In any case, you have to meet my parents sooner or later, right? At this point, I pause to think about what I'm saying. No, I can't force Jay into something like this without warning. He has to want to do this. Are you ready for this, Jay? It's your choice. Jay seems to dwell on the question for a few seconds. He then nods. Oh? Yes, I'm ready. I want to meet your family. That's so cute! They're important to you, so they matter to me too. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. And so with my boyfriend by my side, I click on the button to accept the invitation. Ending 5. Accepting the video conference invitation. Alright! Ending 5 of 5. I think the game has 5 endings you can get. That is indeed short. Yep. It has 11,000 words. Thanks for playing. No worries. You've unlocked the extras menu accessible to the main menu. Do they by any chance show the different endings, how to get them? No, they just show you what the endings are, which means we'll just have to do it ourselves. It's good length considering the time limit I had. Absolutely. Like 5 endings. They have music, they have CGs. That's pretty good for 1 month. Like I can barely finish one piece of art in 1 month. I'm just gonna see what this one does. So I begin to wave, tentatively at first, then with more energy. I'm practically feeling like a dying fish by the time he notices me. As he removes his wireless earbuds, he conspicuously takes 1, 2, then 3 steps away from me. Only then does he address my obvious attempts at communication. Did you need something? He may be wearing his mask, but something strikes me instantly about the husky tone of his voice. This is the first time I'm hearing him speak, but I already want to keep hearing more. Does he silence a DJ or something? As I'm amused about such things, he keeps staring at me suspiciously. There's no point putting this off. Here goes. Why in God's name am I so nervous? You're Jay, right? The same Jay who's blowing up my phone with sunset photos right now? I am. I want to formally introduce myself. I'm Mara. His eyes are wide with alarm. I hope my... Okay, that's the same thing. Wait! Wait! I only wanted to skip stuff I've already read. Excuse me? Hold on! That isn't what I wanted to do. That's the 20. Is the setting set? No, I don't think it is. No, it's only set to skip red text. Wait. Okay. That ending just stops after you deliver the... Okay. Whew! Okay, no wonder then that it skipped like everything else. Okay, let's see. What does this one do? Yes, I shouldn't scare him away. I can't be too eager to available. I'm happy with the way we are right now. Yeah, same. If there's one thing I'm learning in the so-called unprecedented reality, it's that physical contact is overrated. Emotional intimacy, on the other hand, that's what's truly important. Couldn't have said it better myself. Hey, do you mind if I call you by your name, not a note of what it is? Of course not. Call me whatever you want. Same thing as before. But we get the 4th ending. Because I guess the affection is not high enough. Okay, what's this one? If we buy him the flamingo iron chair. Let's go for the flamingo rod iron chair. Upon making my purchase, I sent the gift to Wallflower 95. I then checked my app to see whether Wallflower 95 is liking his new decor. So what do you think? Positive key smash or negative key smash? Are you kidding me? Positive, of course. It's amazing how well you can read me. I was saving up for that chair exactly. Thanks so much. No problem. Are you putting it? Right beside my bed. It's perfect. Sending you a screenshot. Hang on. OMG! It looks ridiculous, and by ridiculous, I do mean ridiculously good. Whenever your avatar wakes up and sees it, it's gonna hit her like a shot of espresso. She jumped from the bed and just flaming, go, go, go! Yep, my thoughts exactly. By the way, I'm thinking of visiting Mimimi. We have read all that. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I should just go for it, be honest about my feelings. Anyway. Wait, we already read that. Okay. I guess. What happens if we mind our own business here? Yes, I should mind my own business. For this guy's sake, I shouldn't make the situation more awkward than it already is. The woman keeps saying rude things over the phone. Her voice rings out as grating his nails on a chalkboard in the otherwise silent elevator. God, I can't wait to get out of here. Okay. We are still not making a fool out of ourselves. But all of this is the same. But this is only 2 endings. And the game has 5 endings. Let's try to go for the grocery clerk this time. Time to make a fool of ourselves. Yes, it's now or never. If there's one lesson this pandemic has taught the world, it's that life is often short, often unfair. I need to take this risk where I still can. I need to make my move. A bottle of hand sanitizer is dangling from a keychain on my back. I rub the citrusy substance on my palms. 60% alcohol as recommended by the public health authorities. I then take a notepad and a ball pen from my bag. What can I say to make an impression? What should I write to the handsome stranger? I don't know. I don't think flirting in a grocery shop is a good idea, but like, I mean, sure, let's go for it. Yes, flirty is the way to go if I want to be unforgettable. Alright, hey there, just gonna call on and say you're super cute. If you feel like it, why don't we talk sometime? My made-up username is Marginalia. Good ending for this guy, not so good ending for him, and then both guys. I don't know. Let's just see where we end up exhausting all the options we have on this route, I guess. I rip the sheet from the notepad and fold it twice. I take a deep breath and walk back to the fruit stall. Once seeing out of return, the handsome stranger cocks his head to the side. I'm not surprised by his bewilderment. My behavior earlier was undoubtedly bizarre. Have you decided what you want? I make a big show of slathering hand sanitizer all of my hands again. Only then do I carefully balance the folded note on top of a Honeycrisp apple. It's for you, sir! Without waiting for the stranger's reaction, I walk away once more. Great job! You're doing great, Mara. My heart is hammering now loudly enough that everyone else in the grocery must hear it too. Wow, what a rush. I head to the cash register to pay for my items and then go home for the night. Okay. Before I can open a new message, another ping from my laptop alerts me. It's a message request from Chain Custard 404! A username I don't recognize. Can this be who I think it is? I swallow and my throat is suddenly as dry as a desert. Taking a deep breath, I accept the request and open the new message from Chain Custard 404. Hey! It's me from the grocery! We were double... It's a catfish! Hey there! Of course I wouldn't mind getting to know you. Let's be friends. We can all use a friend in the time of Corona, right? Oh, I'm glad. I was so worried I came across a stalker earlier. I was just about to draw myself a melted ice cream in shame. Oh, don't be silly. What you did was so brave. I could never walk up to someone like that out of nowhere. You're my hero now, lol. Oh my god. Hey, do you wanna go? How do you wanna go about this? It's been a while since I made a new friend. Me too. As you could probably tell earlier, my social skills have gone whack. Guess we should get the basics out of the way. I'm Mara, 27 years old. I work as a freelance researcher. Nice to meet you, Mara. You're Grey, right? Or is it Grey? Either's fine. I'm not picky about spelling. 23 years old. I worked a 2 to 10 p.m. weekday shift at the grocery. Then I worked toward my master's degree in the morning, online of course. Wow, that's super cool and must take a lot of energy. Thanks, it does, but it's worth it for sure. I'm that rare animal who enjoys both work and study. What are you studying, if I may ask? Inclusive education. I took math in college, but volunteered for a disability org. Discovered my passion there. So even though it's stressful every day, I'm grateful to be chasing my dream. You're so lucky. As for me, I don't know if I even have a realistic dream, let alone how to go about chasing it. I just get by. Work, eat, sleep. Work, eat, sleep. Repeat unto infinity. Oh, do you hate your job? That's hard. My research work is whatever. I don't like or dislike it. It does pay the bills, plus it allows me to make in-game purchases in BTBB. Do you play BTBB? What's that? Bubble Tea Brewer Bros. It's pretty popular. The fandom is surprisingly active, especially for an indie game. Never heard of it, sorry. Sadly not much of a gamer. No, it's fine. It's not like I expect everybody to enjoy or to even understand my niche interests. I approached you because I was interested in getting to know you, after all. What do you want to know? No, wait, I have an idea. There's this cool way to skip all the boring stuff and get real close real fast. Give me a few minutes, okay? Gonna message my Paul, who remembers this sort of stuff way better than I can. Okay. As I'm waiting, I glance up from my laptop. I'm telling myself not to freak out. Not only is Gray totally my type, but he's driven and passionate too, plus shockingly easy to talk to. Can he get any more perfect? Seriously. I haven't been to church since several Christmases ago, but I'm overcome by the urge to start singing Alleluia. I'm flailing over my bed and making squealing noises. Okay, Mara, calm down. You are 27 years old and you're flirting with the guy you met in the grocery store. That works there, by the way. Like flirting with someone you meet at the grocery store, okay. Flirting with someone that is working in the grocery store and on the clock, Then maybe that's just me. Then an idea hits me. The best idea in the world or the worst ever, depending on the response. Should I send Gray a selfie? People do that, right? Friends, strangers on the way to being friends. Besides, didn't Gray himself say that he wanted to skip all the boring stuff? Doesn't he want to get really close really fast? Fluffing up my hair, pick up my phone. Here I go. Gray seems like a playful type, so should I make him laugh or should I just take a regular photo without any gimmicks? No, let's take a funny selfie, but let's make a save here. Take a funny selfie. He uses the cat face, so let's take a funny selfie. If I can make my new crush low, then I can call tonight a victory. I scoot back in bed to grab Olivieri, my giant plush of an orange orangutan. Olivieri is a character from BTBB, which Gray doesn't know. Even so, the toothy smile alone will make anyone giggle, right? I position the orangutan's arm over my shoulder and mimic its goofy grin before snapping a photo. That should do it. Back on my lap, I sent a selfie to Gray, accompanied by a short message. Just me and my fur baby, striking a pose for the camera. A minute passes before my laptop pings again. Q, what's your fur baby's name? You got any real pets? Olivieri the orangutan, and it's just Olivieri and I over here, unfortunately. My apartment doesn't allow tenants to keep pets. Oh, that's too bad. I show you my kitty, but unlike your Olivieri, she's too squirmy to take a selfie with. Oh, you can always send me a selfie with just you. Or just a cat, whichever. Maybe next time. By the way, I just realized I have a bunch of errands to do tomorrow. Gotta go to bed soon. But my pal helped me find a thingy I was looking for. So I send you the link once I get back home tomorrow. Promise. Good night, Mara. Good night, Gray. Once Gray is logged out, I check my unread messages from Wallflower95. His first message asks whether I'm playing BTBB tonight. A subsequent message questions whether I'm down for a co-op mission. I replied I'm currently logged into the game except in invisible mode. Wallflower95 sends some further messages. Perhaps he's gone to bed just like Gray. I'll get back to Wallflower95 next time. The co-op mission I promised him should be fun. Alrighty. Hey, how's it going? Hey, how'd your errands go today? Fine, thank you so much for asking. I'm sending you a link now. This is the thing I was telling you about last night. I click on a link, which takes me to a PDF of some sort of psychological research paper. The experimental generation of interpersonal clauses, a procedure and some preliminary findings the study is called. It's authored by Arthur and Elaine Aaron plus 3 others. I scrolled through the document and see questions somewhere near the end. 36 questions divided into 3 sets of 12. Thank you so much for the posture check and a higher time. By the way, how's the reading speed? Am I reading too fast, too slow? If you want me to slow down, please say so. I read through a few questions. This can indeed be an interesting way to get closer to Grey. See it? Task clips for closeness generating procedure. It's fine, no worries. Okay. Yep, I see it. Apparently the questions ramp up in intensity as you go along. And you know what I've heard? What? At least one player tried this experiment and they have as boyfriend-girlfriend afterward. Oh my. So you wanna give it a shot? Why not? Well, let's fall in love with something. Kidding. Nice. Quick question, do you live somewhere close to the grocery? Super close actually, why do you ask? Instead of doing this cooped up alone, let's take a walk. Wear your mask and let's go. Okay, good idea, where do we meet? South exit of the grocery, I'll be there in 10 minutes tops. Man, I wish I had that kind of social energy. If someone told me, hey, let's meet up in 10 minutes, I would tell them, no, I am in bed. I am not going out today anymore. I am wearing my pajamas at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm wearing my pajamas. I'm not going anywhere. Preparing pizza with my brother right now. I have to rush to say that. Okay. Have fun preparing the pizza. And hopefully it will taste good. Gray and I are now walking side by side over the streets of Ortigas. I almost can't wrap my mind around it. Only yesterday Ma was giving me grief over my miserable single life. Today, however, I have a gorgeous guy by my side and he, by his own admission, wants to get closer to me. We may be standing 2 meters apart as mandated by the public health guidelines imposed amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, but our hearts at least are open to proximity. We've mutually decided not to strictly abide by the rules of the psychological experiment. We're not in a laboratory or classroom after all. The only science we want to learn is the science of each other. Ha ha! Here's how we do it. You choose a question, any question from the list, tell me the number and I'll answer. Then we switch, I ask a question and you will answer. Sounds good. Who's going first? You start, pick a question for me. I nod, then start scrolling through the questions on my phone, which I've saved via the Notes app. These questions supposedly increase in intensity, right? In that case, I should go easy on Grey, at least at first. Which question should I choose? Oh, okay, wait. Whom would you want as a dinner guest? What would constitute a perfect day for you? Aren't those both kind of intense? A perfect day. Let's try this one first. Question number 1. Using his own phone, Grey reads the question aloud. He then answers without skipping a beat. Easy. I'd invite my mother to dinner. Your mother? Why her? Because she's dead. Help. Help! Okay. There's a short beat of silence as my mind scrambles for something tactful to say in response. Am I allowed to ask? But Grey only chuckles. He doesn't appear bothered by the follow-up question. No need to walk on eggshells. It's not like I cry myself to sleep thinking about her. I was a baby when she died. She died in childbirth. It's a tragedy I've had over 2 decades to process. But I don't miss her because I didn't know her. I've heard stories about her from my father and uncles, that's about it. I guess that's why I'd asked her to dinner, to get to know her in her own words, you know? Yes, I understand. Okay, my turn. You have to answer question number 31. 31 of 36 questions. I went over my way to go easy on Grey, but he sure wants to dig as deeply as possible. Scrolling to the chosen question, I clear my throat, then read it out loud. Tell your partner something that you like about them already. Oh boy, should I praise Grey's pretty face, his supple, melodic voice, his towering height? No, I should go deeper than all that. I like that you went for a question like that right off the bat. I admire that part of you. Which part of me is that exactly? Can you describe it a little more? It's a part of you that goes straight for what you want without holding back. Indeed, we have that in common, don't we? His gaze is something else. It's so unbearably intense that I have to look away first. I've got an excuse to avert my eyes at least. I have to pick my next question. Perhaps it's time to amp it up. This experiment is designed to generate closeness after all. I should pick something from the second set, from questions 13 to 24, but which one? Oh god, we're not going to ask for the most terrible memory. That's not... No, we're going to ask for your most treasured memory. Question number 17. My most treasured memory. Oh, that's a good one. It takes a few minutes to think about this. By the time we've reached the park, the sun has started to set. Gray sits on a swing. I notice that he's cautious not to touch anything with his hands. To be honest, an answer came immediately to mind, but I kept trying to push it away and think of something else. I can't keep denying it though. I really only have one answer to that question. My most treasured memory is the day my ex-boyfriend first told me he loved me. Oh. Okay. It didn't end well between us, needless to say. I haven't been with anyone else since we broke up. But that first day, those first few months, they were great. Max was the sweetest, or at least he used to be. He put the honey and honeymoon face. I remain quiet, absorbing this information. When I speak again, I'm careful to sound cheerful. Casual, even. You mean you're bisexual then? Cool! I'm the same way. I mean, I've only dated men in the past, but I've had countless crushes on women. I mean, who hasn't? Gray just looks at me. He doesn't say anything. After a minute of excruciating silence, Gray gets up from the swing and resumes walking. Okay. Maybe I should have not asked for the most treasured memory. Once we've come upon the practically deserted street, I finally summoned the courage to speak up. Are you rejecting me because you're only attracted to men? Is that what you're trying to tell me with your silence? Gray stops dead in his tracks. No, that's not what I'm trying to tell you at all. We're exactly in the same boat. I've only been with men in the past, but I've fallen for women as well. I'm glad you're bi too, just like I am. Don't get me wrong. But there's something you should know, something I should have brought up last night. I don't think Gray is a guy. I was curious to see how it would play out, I admit, so I didn't tell you even though I should have. Standing 2 meters away from me, he now lowers his mask. I stare at Gray's fully exposed face for the first time. I knew it! The wheels have started spinning in my skull. Once recognition has blatantly dawned on me, Gray snugly repositions the mask. Gray then speaks, voice muffled once more. You misheard me when I told you my name. I said Grace, not Gray. Ow. I realized right away that you mistook me as a man, but when would be the right time to correct your misconception? I was uncertain about the timing. Before I knew it, I was playing along, pretending to be who you wanted me to be. I'm sorry. Regardless of my reason, I lied. I shouldn't have done that. Not knowing what to say, I keep walking. I hear footsteps behind me as Gray shadows me. No, not Gray. Grace. I repeat the correct name in my head over and over as I attempt to grow accustomed to it. Night has fallen by the time my apartment building comes into view. I turn back to Grace now. She looks at me expectantly. What should I say? Should I tell Grace that it was all just a mistake? Or can we move past this after all? I mean, why couldn't you? You were attracted to her. Doesn't really change the fact now that you know her name is Grace and not Gray. And she's a woman. I mean, that's what I think at least. I take a deep breath before saying what I want to say. Listen, Grace, we can move past this. We don't have to let our mistakes get in the way of this good thing between us. Maybe you were wrong for lying to me, but I was also wrong for misgendering you. You've apologized, and I have to apologize too. I'm sorry for putting you in a weird position in the first place. Grace shakes her head. It was obviously an honest mistake on your part. I'm sorry for not correcting you right away. Are we good now? We're good. There's a brief pause as we settle into the renewed peace between us. Hey, you know what I can't stop thinking about? The worst part? What's the worst part? This is the second time in 2 days that I've gotten someone's gender wrong. I'm telling you, it takes a special class of tactlessness to make the same type of mistake in close succession. Lock me up in gender jail until I've truly learned my lesson! I forgive you! Yo, Mara, Can I join you in gender jail? That sounds like a fun place to be. Grace Snicker said this. No, we can't have that. I'll take the witness stand for you. I'll bail you out. Grace asks whether she can walk me to the entrance of my apartment building, and I say sure. Back in my apartment once more. After a quick but thorough bath, the turbulence of today's event sends me instantly to bed. I can imagine. Hair still somewhat damp, I succumb to slumber. When morning comes, I pulled with the infinite currents of possibilities. Yesterday, these possibilities seem to unfold before my eyes to electrify my veins. I pick up my laptop so that I can log into matter. There are new messages from Grace. How did my mouth start to read them? Good morning, Mara! Are you up for continuing yesterday's experiment? Wasn't it my turn next? Choose an easy one for you. I chose an easy one for you this time. If we're gonna do this right, maybe we should take it slow, huh? Number 2. Would you like to be famous? And if yes, in what way? I would like to do that test with someone though, it sounds fun. Smiling from ear to ear, stretch my fingers and get ready to type. Okay, maybe my fantasy of being a world-famous BTB pro gamer is bonkers, but hey, a dream's a dream. Even if it's unrealistic, it serves as a private source of comfort. Grace is a dreamer too, so I think she'll get it. When I finish typing out my answer, it's several paragraphs long. Grace responds a mere minute after I send my reply. You should totally do it, I'll back you up all the way. Oh, thanks, I guess. Pro gamers are more financially secure in recent years, so I've heard, so don't give up. Aw, you're the sweetest. Oh, looky here, you just love the question I've picked for you to answer. Bring it on. Number 7, do you have a secret hunch about how you will die? Now that's exactly the cheerful kind of thing I want to think about on a Sunday morning. Heh, I warned you. Grace and I go back and forth this way for the rest of the day. As it turns out, 36 questions are a lot to go through, even divided between us. It takes time to grant each question its due consideration. Fortunately for us, the time is something we're mutually willing to share. Ending 2, trading answers, sharing time. Nice. That's nice. But yeah, I was thinking that, like, because the game had a tag for LGBT, my immediate thought was, one of these people is not a guy. But yeah. Okay, let's see. We have 2 more endings. What happens if we do the "this was a mistake" here? I take a deep breath before launching into my next words. Look, you shouldn't have lied to me, but I shouldn't have assumed you were a guy either. We've both made mistakes. But this was all wrong from the start. Who even sets out to get to know a total stranger in the middle of a pandemic? I'm sorry, Grace. I do appreciate what little time we spent together. Thank you for indulging my whims. Aww. That's not... Grace nods, accepting my decision to end things prematurely. I enjoyed this time too, Mara. Sorry again. Get home safe, okay? Grace turns away, walking back the same path from which we've just come. As for me, it's time to go home. Back at my apartment again. Ah, Wallflower is online. Just the guy I want to talk to. Time for sad times. I chat him up right away on Mad app. Guess what? When I tell you the past 2 days have been wild, buddy, I mean it. 100%. Oh dear, I can't wait to hear about your thrilling life, already subbing in for this rollercoaster ride. How have you been, incidentally? The past couple of days have also been peculiar for me, but you go first. Okay. Remember when I told you yesterday that I wouldn't make the same mistake of assuming someone's gender? Yeah, I remember. Well, guess who went and did it again? To disastrous consequences. Oh no. Go ahead, lock me up in gender jail. I'm pleading guilty. I fully accept my punishment. Ending 1. Languishing against gender jail. Okay, what other ending is there? What's your most terrible memory? Question number 18. My most terrible memory. That's an interesting one for sure. Gray actually mulls over his answer now. By the time we've arrived at the park, the sun has begun to set. Gray sinks down into a swing. He's cautious not to touch anything with his hands, I note. I've had my fair share of terrible memories, but the worst one has to be the day it ended with my ex-boyfriend. Great. Like every other lovesick fool, I gave him everything. I thought about him constantly when I was awake, dreamt about him every night. Of course, it all came crashing down when I caught him red-handed cheating on me with another girl in our block. It took me years, but eventually I came to see that moment for what it was, a blessing in disguise. When I think back to how deluded I was that time with my rose-tinted glasses, it only makes me laugh now. I remain quiet, absorbing this information. When I speak again, I'm careful to sound cheerful, casual even. Okay, that is also ending too. What would constitute as a perfect date for you? Question number 4. Using his own phone, Gray reads the question out loud. He then continues speaking without even pausing to think. You already know what I'm about to answer, don't you? No, that's what I'm asking. What would be a perfect day for me? I don't even have to think so hard. Today's a good benchmark, I have to say. Today, really? Sure, I got all my errands and chores done, and now I'm taking a leisurely walk with a pretty lady by my side. Oh wow. Good thing I'm wearing my trusty mask, or else the violent red of my blush would instantly give me away. Okay, my turn. You have to answer question number 31. That is also stuff we have already seen. I guess those don't really... Oh, never mind. That is a different ending. Ha ha ha. Time indeed goes by. Days, weeks, months even. Once Grace and I finish our respective halves of the 36 questions, we switch. We each answer the questions we skipped before. What was the most embarrassing moment of our lives? While I recount the day in Boracay, when my string bikini snapped off and floated away, Grace recalls fainting on stage. In a final dash into our burning homes, what item would we rescue? While I would retrieve my laptop, Grace would save her medications. She can't function without a heavy pill, she says. I put the stream on headphones and I'm sad that I miss Grace. Aww! I mean, you're seeing the end of one ending. When did we last cry in front of someone else? When I talk about Mikkel's second birthday party, Grace tells me of the first and last time she ever entered a church. Grace couldn't find a priest, so she spoke to the only person there, a stranger she'd never seen before or since. Over a met-up video call, her voice takes on a nostalgic tone. You look a lot like a stranger I met that day, come to think of it. She listened, she understood. Maybe that's why I decided to trust you almost right away. I had a good feeling about you. But then you got to know me and you soon realized what a mistake that was. As always, her laugh is a spark of warmth, like a sip of wine, fizzy to the head and fuzzy to the heart. Biggest mistake of my life. I should have stuck with the church lady. Can you recite your Bible verses like she can, huh? What impossible standards! If you force your suitors to jump through these hoops, you die an old maid, I'm warning you. You would know, wouldn't you, seeing as you're nearly an old maid yourself at almost 30 years old? You meanie! You're lucky you're cute. If you weren't, I'd have excommunicated you from my religion long ago. If I tricked you into admitting that I'm cute, then every cruel word was worth it. Grace giggles again and I once more revel in the intoxicating quality of her laughter. Fizzy, fuzzy, all those flowering feelings. Oh, that's nice. As yet another Friday night rolls around, I'm still single, but I hope not to be for much longer. I stare down the grocery aisle with a sense of purpose. Sure, I need to get my weekly provisions too, but before that there's something I need to do. First, fist holding up a folded note, I march right up to the woman supervising the fruit stall. At the sight of me, her eyes light up instantly. What can I get you? Apples, oranges, some strawberries perhaps? First I disinfect my hands. I then balance my message atop of rambutan, her favorite fruit. Her gaze lingers a little too long on mine. She then picks up my note. Silently she reads it. Her eyes meet mine again. Aww! So how about it? Can you give me what I want? You want that one, huh? I can get that for you, but only after my shift ends. Perfect. I'm willing to wait. Is it on the house? You bet. Ending 3. Carrying a date at the grocery food store. Yay! That's so cute! That's so cute! I love it! The game has exactly 3 CGs, but that is as many CGs as it needs. One for the laptop, one for each of the endings where you start dating. Or maybe start dating? Ah, and the different versions of it. Nice. And the music room. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 songs! 6 songs, 5 endings. And 3 CGs. That's nice. That's really nice. And all of that made in like 1 month. That's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. And definitely a better experience than me trying to finish that other game. What moral lesson did we learn? You can find love even in a pandemic. You try not to misgender people. I don't know. What moral lesson did we learn? It's more than enough to bring a smile on our faces. Definitely. Definitely. Which means I now have to find something else for next week before I put before I tweet my new schedule, but well, the question is just should I try to continue Never Alone on Wednesday? Or should I really say no, I won't be playing that game on stream? Like, it is an interesting game. But like, you know, in Super Crush KO I was bad, but not that bad. But in that one I feel like it's just going to be suffering. And that game is quite a bit longer than Super Crush KO was. Do you have someone to play it in co-op with? Absolutely not. I mean, I could try to get someone to play it in co-op with, I guess. Maybe. It does have the Steam co-op play that you can do even when you're not in the same room. I could try and do that, yeah. Otherwise I'm going to like pause it for a bit, I think. Find something else to put on the slots for next week, and then try and find someone to play it with next week. Like during next week I will try and find if someone would like to play it with me. Otherwise I am very sorry, but I guess that's going to be the first game I will not actually finish on stream. You have to force yourself to stream faster. Yeah, I know. It's kind of you to say, but like, I don't want to start projects I will not finish. Like I don't know. I'd feel bad. But on the other hand, I want you to enjoy the stream, and I don't think a stream is enjoyable if I don't have fun. Like, there's a difference between me struggling and it's still fun, and me just straight struggling and being not in a good mood. Yeah, what other things could I even play? I mean, I have enough other games I can put on these slots. That's not going to be a problem. I think I know what other game I will put in the slot for now. Also, there's a few more NaNoRenO games that look interesting to me. And seeing as this one took us barely over an hour, I think most of the others will probably be in the same time frame. I mean, there's only so much you can do in 1 month. I'll try to fit some more of those in there. Yeah. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. It's a Sunday once again, and I don't want to go too far over my normal streaming time. We had a bunch of fun. This is a nice way to end the week with a game that made me this happy. I'm definitely going to tell the developers I enjoyed it. Maybe they have some other projects as well, like long-term projects, and not just if they can make something like this in 1 month. I don't know how many people actually worked on this, but if they can make something like this in just 1 month, imagine what they can do if they have more time to work on it. Because this one was really nice. It's
Alrighty.
Alrighty, what's happening? V is playing Persona 4 Golden. And this time, maybe my computer won't die when I try to have us raid someone. Stream was nice. I'm glad. I want to put some more feel-good thingies on Sunday to like have the weekend in a nice way. So this was good. This was nice. It was an experience, a positive experience, definitely. So thank you so much for coming. I'm gonna wait. Where's my red message? This is the red message. Maybe I'll actually be able to copy it correctly myself this time as well. And then
So many buttons to press, so many. Button 1. Button 2. And button 3. There we go.
Time to raid Wii, who's playing Persona 4 Gold still, and I wish all of you a good night. Thank you so much for coming. I wish you a very nice Sunday, and we see each other next week.
Good night and bye bye.